Hi, everybody. Sylvia Breitowich of Breitowich Law Firm. I'm here with Dr. Julie Davelman, and we are hitting you with another hot topic today. One of the topics that we really wanted to discuss with you is what happens during this time and whether you should keep your kids at home and whose home should that be. So one of the questions that I'm getting a lot from people is, should we continue with the parental exchanges and should the kids stay at my home where they primarily reside? My partner, my ex-spouse, whatever it is, normally would go out to work on a day-to-day basis, and now they're working from home and they're asking me to see the kids more. What should I do? So ideally, two parents involved in children's lives is a wonderful, wonderful thing on any given day, any given time, regardless of whether we're in a pandemic or not. And a lot of times what I hear from my clients is, I'm doing everything and I'm taking on the burden. This person's never around because of their work. Well, now we have an opportunity where a lot of people are at home and there's an opportunity for the children to have exposure to both parents, so long as that exposure is done in a safe way, considering the virus that's going around. So I've told people that we have the opportunity now to either maintain the schedule that you are doing, if that's what works for you, or we have the ability, if both parents are flexible and they're up for that, and they wish to exercise that little bit different exchange than they've normally done, you have the opportunity to have your children spend a little bit more time with the other parent now that they're home. There's obviously things that need to be taken into consideration in terms of consistency. So there needs to be a little bit of a co-parenting conversation about the children's school schedules, the work that needs to be done, and things like that, which can be done with an easy enough discussion between two parents. We also have the ability to do what we call a temporary order for a temporary change of parenting time based upon these particular circumstances. So there's a lot of different options that we can have. There's just a lot of communication that needs to take place between both parties on how best to do this, that we maintain what's in the level of the children's best interest. Julie, what do you think?
I was also thinking from the side of the parent, you may be parenting more than your ex-partner, but on the other hand, the kids are still in school, the kids are still at their activities. You're not generally parenting 24/7, maybe past the infancy stage. So right. It may be in your best interest to have the child spend more time with their other parent, because you may need the break. And the other parent will have a unique opportunity to establish that relationship because it's suddenly time. On the other hand, if they've never just spent a lot of time with the kids, or especially unstructured time with the kids, right? Let's say if they see them on the weekends and they're generally going out or taking them places and that is no longer possible, then it may be okay to say, well, here's a bunch of games that the kids like, or here's some of the things we're doing at our house, and this is their school schedule, as Sylvia said. But at the end of the day, everyone parents on their own time and they can do it in whatever way works for them. Right. But just consider that just because this is how you've been doing it up to now, it doesn't have to be this way, right? Right now we're reconsidering everything. And this may be one of those positive changes that is worth reconsidering at the moment.
And another thing that goes along with that is, this is a stressful time for everybody. It's not something that anyone has experience in dealing with. So stress levels are going to be up, and frankly, people are going to need a break. So I think it's okay to exercise that little bit of self-care and say, hey, listen, if you can take the kids for a couple of days that you normally wouldn't have them so that you can get that little bit of relief, that's okay to say. And right. I think that that's the biggest thing that parents struggle with, is saying, I need a break from my children, as though it's a curse word, but it's just reality.
Right. It doesn't mean you don't love them, or it doesn't mean you don't care about them. It just means you need some time that is downtime and isn't 100% on.
Right. I mean, people were so used to sending their children to school Monday through Friday for that 8 hours a day that they're not getting anymore. So that's extra time that you had to do the other things that a mom or a dad or a homeowner or whatever it would be needs to do that you don't have now because the children are consistently there. And let's face it, they're going to be bored. They're going to want more attention because this isn't easy for them either. So if you have that opportunity to take that little bit of a break, and that break be with the child spending time with their other parent, I think it's a win.
Right. But the other thing is, if they have kind of the option of having two different places to be, why not be in two different places, right? Most kids only get to be in the one place day in and day out. This will almost feel like a vacation every time there's a transfer.
Right. I mean, I think that if we can find a way to find some happiness and some relief during this really great time, whether it's for you or for the kids, I think it's a thing that we should try and do.
Right.
So thank you, Julie. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions or comments, let us know. Feel free to drop your email in the comments below so that we can touch base with you. And we look forward to talking to you again in the future. Have a good day.
Thanks. Stay safe. Bye.